Welcome to the Fit 450 podcast, featuring your host, Lee Phillips.
Well, good afternoon. It's midway point in the week, and I'm dropping another podcast episode. This is number 11 already, so double figures, double digits, and I'm just going to give you an update on how things are going and how I'm doing so far on the quest for Fit for 50. I'll tell you this right now, straight off the bat, I'm a little bit tired already. That's because yesterday morning had an awesome plyometrics session at the Equinox 10 gym, and then last night I had my 2.5 hour basketball session at Paisley. So a bit of an update as far as basketball's concerned. I have made the decision to play Division 3 this season. Our Division 2 team have moved their training nights to a Monday night, and unfortunately that doesn't work for me. So Tuesday night is work, and last night I worked my ass off at the session. I think I dropped probably 10,000 steps just at training last night, which was pretty decent, if you ask me. I'm trying this podcast episode out, recording it directly onto my iMac, so I'm not sure how good the audio is going to be. We'll soon find out once we put this into Audition and give it a wee play about within there. Last week was a very productive week as far as gym sessions and basketball is concerned. Again, I had my usual basketball session Tuesday night. I had 3 gym sessions, including my MMA boxing one. A lot more physical. Now we've introduced a lot more sort of grappling techniques. Great for the cardio. I was absolutely shattered afterwards. But that day, so that was Friday, I actually had the hall at Easterhouse booked. And it was going to be a one-on-one session with Scotty, but he wasn't able to make that one. So what I did was I set up the tripod and my phone with the Home Court app and decided I would see what my shooting's like. This is something I've been focusing on recently, is to try and improve or be a lot more consistent with my shooting. It's something that kind of picked up on and something we've kind of identified as at some points I'm not shooting even the same shot twice, so that had to change. So what I've actually done is taken my shots. I shot 200 shots in the first set, and that hit me up with a percentage of 55, which isn't amazing. However, I was pretty knackered after the morning session, so I was okay with it, but what I did was every time I missed a shot, I was trying to work out what is it I'm doing differently to the ones that are going in, whether it's snapping my shot rather than doing a proper follow through. Am I using my legs enough? Is my elbow sticking out? All these kind of just different things to try and tweak my shot to make it a lot more consistent. And I kind of had a wee look at some of the shots that I was shooting and working out when I was missing, why I was missing, and trying to correct that. So 200 shots is quite a lot of shots, to be honest. But I was actually very happy with 55% as a starting point. I decided to go for it again, and this time was at 68% for another 200 shots. So in less than an hour, I'd put up 400 shots. The difference being all the shots are in the spaces on court where I should be taking shots. So no jacking up threes, although I'm 100% from the Santander 3-point line. Still, I wanted to get stuff in and around the basket, using shots that I should be shooting in games. So layups and all this kind of stuff, left hand, right hand, hook shots, turn around, face the basket, jump shots, bank shots, all that kind of nice stuff. So 68% was a massive improvement, and not too shabby, to be honest. And that's something I'm going to try and do every week. Even if it's just once a week, just getting that session in, just where it's just me shooting the ball about. And I'm not just saying, oh, you had a great session. I've got the evidence there to back it up, which was really good. And that's what I really enjoyed about having access to those facilities. Did the Loch Dip on Sunday, which was really good. Me and Scotty headed up and met with his dad and all his nephews and nieces and one of his nephews' girlfriends. Went in, did some swimming, did some filming, threw them up. We were trying to get them to do backflips, but they preferred backflops instead. We managed to launch Leon probably about 45 feet in the air and straight down his back. Not the most amazing result for him. Funny for us, in fairness. And then I filmed the Russell family swim off, in which Scotty came twice first, which some women wouldn't really enjoy that as much. But yeah, I'm just working hard. I'm 1 stone down now. The scales begin with 18, which is good because I hated them beginning with 19. But that's still, keep working at that. But I'm feeling myself stronger as well. I can feel it in my arms. I just generally overall I'm starting to feel stronger. Again, need to work more on cardio. So that's something definitely I've got. What's that now? 11 days till I head down for camp. I'm filming a wedding on the Saturday, so I can't do the full weekend, but I'm heading straight to Nottingham from there, and we'll stay overnight on the Saturday night. We've got a full day of camp on the Sunday. That's me moved up to the 50s, so I'll be interested in a whole new bunch of teammates, see who's there. Catch up with some familiar faces, and then back up the roads Sunday night. Monday might be a bit of a quiet one, shall we say. This week, I mean, that's not till the 21st, 22nd, but this week that's just passed since the last episode has been quite a productive one for me as far as business is concerned. So as I've talked about before, I'm a wedding videographer, and I think I'd lost a bit of my mojo, my personality as far as marketing myself was concerned. Trying to be too technical with my packages, for example, wasn't great, as much as I was getting confused. So if I'm getting confused trying to explain them to people, if somebody's coming onto my website without an explanation, no wonder I'm not getting any bookings, because if people are just not getting what the packages mean, then they'll just go somewhere else where it makes more sense. So I had a Zoom call with the hosts of That Wedding Videographer podcast, Jason and Danny, and we had a bit of a kind of peel back the layers of the website, and they made some suggestions and got me thinking. And I think some of that was actually their plan. Hopefully I'm right in that. Their plan wasn't just to say you're doing this wrong or you need to fix that. It was to get me thinking about my website better, and what can I do to improve the website, to improve the customer experience when they come onto the website. So they did give suggestions as well, and kind of looked at like even just like the inquiry process and the navigation and loads of other different bits and stuff like that. So I've started, still work in progress, but I've started to improve the website, inject some of the personality that people should expect from me on the day into the website, make it a bit more personal, just overall improve it, simplify the packages, make the experience a lot easier. So that's been quite an important part of my week, because people buy people and people invest in people. So that's why I want the website to be better. So I'll put the links in the show notes. Feel free to have a look at the website and let me know your thoughts. If you see something that you think, that's a bit shite, tell me. It's the only way I'm going to get the site better. and the experience. If you're finding something difficult, then help me out as well. Be much appreciated. What else? I've been chatting with one of the guys who's part of the GB tour, the GB setup, Steve Foster, or Fletcher as we call him. He's a fitness instructor, and he's asked me to help him with his content. So I'm going to be working with him, which is pretty good, because obviously for him to come to me shows that he does have a bit of trust in me, which is really much appreciated. He's the same guy who hooked me up with a pair of Doncic shoes because he was mortally embarrassed by the fact that I rocked up to the Sheffield Masters or the GB Masters in Sheffield with one pair of shoes that I wore both on the court and off court, and I don't think he's actually fully got over that. But I now have a new regime, and although only once did I do it, I don't wear them outside. I take care of them. They stay in the bag. I have separate shoes or sliders that I wear to the game or to training or whatever, and these shoes don't come out. Otherwise, they don't go outside unless it's to air, to let the fresh air soak away all the stinky, sweaty feetness. So I'm going to be helping him because I think he feels he's in a bit of a rut. He does produce a lot of good content, and if you live in the Birmingham area, this is the guy for you. Not only is he an awesome fitness instructor, he's a great strength and conditioning coach as well, and he does his own lifestyle podcast. He talks about a whole load of stuff, but again, I'll put a link to him in the show notes. He's actually coming up in November to Scotland, which will be pretty cool to hang out with as well. And that's pretty much it. I've probably missed a whole bunch of stuff, but I did a podcast last night on the way home from basketball, and not only was the sound quality pretty dismal, but the actual content was less than optimal, suboptimal, as the youngins say these days. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. I'll probably just leave it there. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of their week, and we'll catch up on the next episode. Bye for now.
Thank you for listening to the Fit for 50 podcast. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, and share. Oh, and clean your teeth.